Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Briarios Kerensky and we are finally approaching the end of my backlog of unboxings to do. And for this video I will detail Fate Extella Link. The Fleeting Glory edition of Fate Extella Link stars on the front cover Charlemagne in one of the best known concept arts of the game, if you can actually make it out, because in whatever lighting condition you have, the glossy finish of this box makes it kinda hard to understand what you are looking at, and it's also a fingerprint magnet. But let's go to one side, logo of the game, second side, once again the logo, top and bottom nothing, and on the back we have the usual 3 screenshots with description, Charlemagne, some of the other servants, and of course the contents of this edition. The game, of course, soundtrack CD, an acrylic diorama, a set of 10 servant cards, and a cloth wall scroll. And below all of that, the usual technical details. So it opens like... oh, nice! There is also a small flap to keep this open, and as with other editions I've unboxed, this is magnetically latched. So this is the soundtrack, this is the game, the acrylic stand, and the cards. I don't think there is nothing else. No, it's not. One thing I've noticed about the game is that the case it's heavier than usual, so just maybe Xseed went and provided as a manual, but we'll take a look at this once we've finished taking a look at the rear cover that has a collection of all the servants, the technical details we've already seen on the other box, and there is a manual as well as a reverse cover. Of course, there is the Switch cartridge inside too. The reverse cover is Nero's stage. So, oh, it also came with this, which I think is, it indeed is a DLC code for 2 costumes. So, your character in his or her appearance, the, let's say, basic servants, and then everyone else, both new and old faces. I can't upload Xseed enough for providing a full color manual in a Switch game. Of course, the format is tiny due to the Switch case being small and the manual being secluded just above the cartridge, but I would love to see everyone go for this route for every kind of game. Especially because this manual describes, let's say, everything. And there is also a note page, although you can't really write anything on it. But major points to Xseed for a full color manual. The original soundtrack included in the Fleeting Glory edition of Fate Extella Link once again uses the illustration with kinda seen on the outer box as a front cover that, yes, continues all the way to the back. And inside we have 26 tracks and the disc on the right. And of course the illustration doesn't quite continue all the way through, but it's fully illustrated nonetheless. The acrylic diorama is composed by 4 pieces. There is a backdrop, a floor, title of the game, and of course 3 servants. If everything looks a bit muted, it's because the protective film is still applied and somewhat hard to peel off. But let's see how this thing is once fully assembled. I didn't really expect for this protective film to be so hard to remove. No, really, this is almost impossible to peel off, or yeah, made a breakthrough. One more piece and everything is ready for assemble. So we have the floor where the servants snaps on the second row, the background goes onto the third, and the title of the game goes here. These are the servant cards that, of course, have the servant, the name and the class. And, oh, okay, they are printed on just one side and they are semi-transparent, at least on the background. Nice touch. The good thing about cloth is that no matter how many times you fold it, once you iron it, everything goes away and is silky smooth, or at least as smooth as the texture of the cloth itself allows. The wall scroll we have here is 44.5 centimeters wide and 62 centimeters tall, with very saturated colors. I was very surprised about this rendition. Printing quality is good, the details are sharp and there are no smudges. Xseed did a wonderful job with the Fleeting Glory edition of Fate Extella Link. Everything in here is very well done, starting from the full color manual that I can't praise enough, to the soundtrack, the cards, the wall scroll, even the acrylic diorama, which is small and a bit pointless, is well received. If you want to pick up this edition, you can find it at every good retailer. I already have a first hour play and a review of this game, although they are based on the Japanese PS4 version, and almost probably complete that with a quick look at the Switch version. I hope you've enjoyed this unboxing and you'll stick around for more. Briareo Skerensky, over and out.